Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus. This is episode 38 of our Let's Play campaign of Factorio. We're playing Angels Mods. This is our Let's Play tutorial, or tutorial Let's Play, depending on what you want to call it. So we started on a concept. Well, let's recap last time. Last time, if you missed it, we built some silicon. Actually, we built this silicon last time. I did tweak some things in as just to make it better. I put these two lines out here because I'm going to need those for cement and glass. So I keep those on the reserve. This is working fine. And you may ask yourself why we're not getting anything, but we'll get to that first. Then I did this part off camera. The reason why I did it off camera is because it's an exact copy of this thing. So I figured, that's not really worth doing on camera because it's just copy paste and then fix everything. So where are you? You are here. That makes these silicon plates. I have 15,000 of them. That's okay. It's not amazing. And then we trace it back why we're not getting any more. And the reason why we're not getting any more is because we simply do not have enough mineral or catalyst. This catalyst. Because it comes from crystal seedling, it comes from crystal slurry, that comes only from these very select items. And I just don't have any more. That's something we're going to fix, but not right now. What we want to do instead is today we're going to work on our ROBOBUS. I really like this concept, and apparently other people like it as well. So we have high throughput items, base items out here on the bus. They go through. I have a principle here that only the stuff I have will go up, and it goes up, and only the stuff that I need will continue. So I'll just, maybe it'll get wider, maybe it'll get smaller. And I also have the idea here that I want the horizontal line to be completely sharp here. And I think this looks, if I look at it from like this, I really like it instead of the vertical lines going up and down. I like this way. It's not more efficient, but I really like the fact that it's just drawing him straight out. And that goes exactly in here. I have prepared something in advance because we are going to make electronic circuit boards. I guess that's what they're called now. They're called something different. Electronic circuit board. Yes, the really the keystone of the mid game in Factorio Angels mods. We need this really up and running at vast quantities. Otherwise, it will not work. The difference between this recipe and the one we have in C block. In C block, we also have the circuit processing, which makes this a lot more difficult. In this case, it requires a number of things, not that many, but let's just have a look at it, compare it to what we have on the list. First, we need the solder. The solder comes from the solder coil, that is here. The second item is the basic electronics. Basic electronics come from tin, copper wire, and carbon. That is the carbon, and the tin copper wire coil. That's also good. The next item is the transistors. This is the most annoying one, or difficult one. It requires plastic, silicon wafer, and tin copper wire. So tin copper wire, we already have that. The plastic, we've forgotten to take the plastic in. That's interesting. Good thing we did this walkthrough. And the silicon is here. And that will need to be made into silicon wafers. So we still have plastic to do. And what was the last thing? Last one is the circuit board. Comes here. It requires phenolic board, copper, tin, and ferric chloride. The copper comes from the coils, the tin cannot be coiled unfortunately, and the ferric chloride is down here. And then the last part is the phenolic board. The phenolic board comes from wood and resin, and we have wood and resin here. Oh, that's the plastic. Okay, no worries. We also have plastic. We have everything we need. So we have everything in here, and I'm going to build it with these setups. However, I want to try to make it, let's see, this is 1.25, this is 2.25. That's a bit of an issue here because it makes it a bit more difficult to scale things. I'm going to scale it according to the small ones. Let's say, oh, I don't have any red undergrounds. Not that I need it, but oh, okay, don't look. There you go, don't look. Okay, what we're going to do is the first thing we have to build. Take these things out that needs to be uncoiled, right? This is uncoiling. That's a strange word, uncoiling. So I'm gonna take, this is uncoiling like that. this. Ones that are wire coils, and you know what? Actually, it's here. Coil, 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 and you are the next one. This will then be the solder coils. Solder coils. Oops, up here. And that'll be the last one. The 10. That minimizes this distance, but it doesn't minimize the total distance. I think this is honestly enough. Okay, so I want to start from the other end. I basically want to start with something like this maybe. And this will be making the end results. So let's have a look at the crafting time. This is 5-second crafting time. So is this going to be enough? No, certainly not. I'm going to double that as well. This is what we're going to build. It will be sort of in the middle here. Let's actually... I can't do... Oh, there we go. That one. You go away, and you go away. Oh. How did that happen? How did that happen? Huh. Oh dear. The whole thing needs to be shifted one down, like this. Alright, that's good. That's fine. At least we find out now. What if we built like this and take out these? And now we remove everything except. And if I slide it one down, I think it'll be better. Oh, then I'm gonna go into other problems. Ah, see this. Okay. The issue is also that how will I place it this way? It seems obvious that I need to place it like this because then... Oh, hold on. Oh, I can't even do that. Can't even be... See, they will be getting in trouble no matter what. Ah, so there is no easy way. The one question is... I need to make sure that it's clear of that. Okay. And... You have no place anymore. So I think this is... Oh, damn. This could be working, I guess. It will break some, but I want to just make sure that it doesn't break too much. You know what? I'm going to build it like this, okay? Actually, it should be the middle one, right? This is actually more correct, I think. This is exactly in the middle. It will break a lot more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be the ideal. I think, maybe, ish, kind of. See, this one will just have to be scrapped because it has no value. Okay, I think this is fine. It's as good as it gets. And of course, I could and probably should, now that I realize it, replace them with the Angels ones that are smaller and therefore can keep more. Okay. Never mind. Let's start with this. So this will now create Then I have to sort of go backwards from here and say, okay, if this is 5 seconds, 8 times 5 seconds, then I need to look at this one. This also takes 5 seconds and it can be created in the small ones. So that's good. So we'll take the small ones here. This will be... see, now it gets more dicey because that actually... So I'll definitely take them next to each other. Actually, I think I'll take them further down. Like 1 and 2. Because this will match. These are each crafting in 5 seconds. So the same number of these for the same number of that. That's perfect. Now the next part is this requires phenolic boards. It requires 1 in 5. So let's figure out how we do the phenolic boards. That can also be done in the small ones, and it creates a crazy amount. So we can just do this one. And here, phenolic boards. This phenolic board can easily support all the rest, no problem. And phenolic board comes from resin, that's a raw material, and wood is not a raw material, but that comes from here. This will be the wooden plates things. Where art thou? Where the hell are you? There you are. Yep. So this is now the path to the phenolics. Great, so that's the first item. Now the next, let's have a look. We are needing 4 transistors per 5 seconds. Well, that doesn't seem like a lot, actually. We're already running out? Oh, okay. This one. Transistors. Let's have a look at transistors, how fast they create. So this is every 3.5 seconds I create 5. So now I'm going to assume this is speed 1 and this is speed 1. Come on. Use brain. Come on, brain. Work. Every 3.5 seconds I produce 5. So if I multiply by 1.5, I get pretty much 5. So I get 7.5 per second here. Or per 5 second. And you are consuming 4. So this could be enough for both. But you know what? Let's not take any chances and just say, you know what? You also get 1. You get 1. You get 1. Both of them are going to get 1. Great. So that's working. Now I need to trace it back towards the beginning where we will have, you can see this one, the tin copper cores, they're coming here. And the silicon wafers. Silicon wafers are definitely something that comes from this one. I think. Let's have a look. Silicon wafers. Yep. They can only be produced here. Silicon wafers. Boom, 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 boom. And they have appropriately the big unloaders. So this is every 5 seconds I produce 8. Every 5 seconds I multiply this by half, by 1.5. Every 5 seconds this consumes 3. So this one could support both if they were the same speed, but they're not. They're about half as fast. So I'm going to need to do this just to make absolutely sure that I have enough. Good. Now that's here. That's the transistors. What the only thing we need is uncoiling of solder. We have that. And then we have the basic electronic components. This looks like it's actually fitting quite well here. I'm going to take you. And you're going to be here, I guess? Or should I be here? I can also do... Well, let's just put it here. And of course, afterwards comes the big challenge of actually changing the values. But first I need to scale. Good. So let's see. This one is producing every 2 seconds. I produce 5. So every 5 seconds here. This is on a 5-second cycle. Every 5 seconds I need 4. So one of these can in 5 seconds produce 12.5. A 12.5 is certainly more than twice as much as this needs. This is actually sufficient for 3. So this one can actually support both of them. That's nice. Now, is that it? I think that's actually it. Are we using everything? The question is whether the uncoiling. Uncoiling is stupidly fast. So this is producing 16 per second. I can't see me using 16 per second. No. This is one. No, there's no way. What about anything else? No, nothing is particularly fast. Okay. So I guess what I can and should do at this point is move things closer. So we move things to the left. Yeah. That means we take this thing. We remove this. And, well, the thing is, this won't work. Yeah. I don't know why I did this manually. Okay, so that is now working fine. This one up here, I think this comes from silicon, so I think it's better to have those next to each other. But let's do that. This part, I'll build that here and here. Means we can. It's actually much easier to do it this way. There we go. And I think all of those can be shifted one over. That should be easy. That was a strange way I decided to do this. This. This then goes away. Away. And this one can then also be made a bit closer. Now I'm actually at a point where I'm like, why don't I just double it, right? Why don't I just put one more end of this, and this one can easily support. This one is producing 4 per second. So let's, you know what? Let's do this. You go in here. And this one. See, I want this to be able to scale towards high level at the end. Here. And one thing that also needs it is this one. And like this, we have just multiplied or increased the capacity there. More. Okay, great. Okay, so we're done. No, we're not done. Now we need to do all the difficult parts. Should I start from the end? Yeah, let's start from the end. I think that's more interesting. So this will say... Nope, we're not at those yet. And this is the part where I actually really like the way that this actually works. Okay, we are going to take 400 of everything. The reason I take 400 is because then if I take 200, then it'll only ever be one inbound. But if I take 400, then that will... And I can just there. That will mean that there's always two... if it's empty... No. Alright. If I only have 200 and it's completely empty, there will be dispatched one robot, because one robot, Angel Robot, can carry 200, a full stack. But if I have 400, that means if it's fully empty, it'll take 2, and as soon as one item comes in, it'll still take in 2. So it has to be above 200, otherwise there will always be 2 inbound. That's, I think, is a good improvement. These, also again, I don't care about the scale of things here. I really don't care about the scale of things. Copy, paste. again this part. There and there. Does it work? Yes. Cool. Now that was the let's say easy one. Now I'm going to take here. I can do this, and the great thing about this is this does not disrupt any beacons I would want to place. Not at this point, at least. So that's fine. Is it working? No, not yet. Now it's working. Good. These. Oops. Again. Here, I'll just take, again, 1000. I'll do one of them. Copy, paste. This, nope, 400. If in doubt, take 400. And go from here. More. So that's now taken care of. There's already coming in. That's excellent. This one here is phenolic and phenolic again. This definitely needs to be changed 400, and I can go up here, and then I need to go find all of these, and they're gonna go in here. Also, other things that I need, these, yes. Do I actually need those anywhere? I don't really know. I don't even know if I do. I don't think I do. Well, we'll put them back in. There was other things that I need. Ah, plastic. You need plastic? Great. So, what else? There must be other things here that I could use. Oh, I'm just gonna take this for good measure. Ah, that one. Great. And they're gonna be in here. Again, on this part. All of it will simply be 1000. The idea here is, I don't know better, so I'm just gonna set everything to 1000. It might be a bit absurd, but I like it. Good. Okay, I'll take these last ones at the end here. Yeah. This is basic electronics, basic components. And yes, I know that this might be a bit dreary, but I think this also shows a really interesting and cool way to do this. 400. And here, 400. Which means that I can combine both the big bus design and also the robot design. So we now take the next one. This one, I think this is kind of quite a bit overscaled. What are we taking here? This is the silicon wafer. They're up here. Copy, paste. And here, silicon wafer. Copy, paste. And your copy, paste here. 400. And that is again subjective to copying and pasting. Is it working? Yes, it looks like it's working. So now the only thing that's left, I don't even know what this one is working for. Is there any part of it? I don't think so. None of it requires... Okay, so this part up here is actually redundant. Now comes the more difficult ones. Or not more difficult, but actually more critical. Yeah, critical because they are the ones who will enable everything to keep flowing. Copy, paste. Well, we'll suffice with 400. Here. This might actually be on the low end. Here, 400. And since the robots are really slow, this is actually important. You go in. And this is copper. Copper goes here. This one might actually need doubling, now that I think of it, because this is... So, everything is working, is it? And the one thing we are not having yet is actually up here. I'll be taking, in this case, I'll actually be taking one, but I'll take 2 outbounds, and there's a good reason for that. Because I need to figure out exactly this lane. One of them is going down and one of them is going up. And the reason why I'm doing it deliberately like this, that might be a bit redundant, is simply because this needs to go into the mall and the mall will need a lot. I go down to these. They're going up. Really? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. It's gonna have to find a way somewhere around here. Let's get up. Here we are going to request 2000 basic electronics, 2000. Yes. Anything inbound? Yep, 900 inbound. Let's have a look over here how things are going. Is it producing? They look to be producing all of them. Yeah? You're producing. You are not producing. Why are you not producing? Oh, you're stuck. Okay, cool. They're stuck. They're green. That's fine. These are green. Is that because they can't keep up? They should be pretty much at the same location, but they are definitely... I don't see anywhere that is not working. So I've already... The way I've done it is I've started with the target and then I scaled everything back, but made sure that I did overcapacity. See, these are also done. This is awesome. That was actually incredibly easy. And when we get beacons, they will flow down the middle here, affecting everything or as much as they can. Right now they're just here as markers. And how many robots are we using? We're not even using 50 robots to fulfill this. But obviously there isn't a whole lot coming in either. So I have to be a bit cautious about sort of dedicating 2 full lanes. There will be, whenever things stand still, it will fill up the stockpile. But I mean, you can see here, there's always more coming in. And as long as it's just producing, then as soon as one is produced, 1 robot is dispatched. You see, every time there's 4, then it comes in and picks up, aims to pick up 100. But by the time it gets here, you can see it goes to 80, 24, and there we go. So that one picks up 24. This one has 24. And that's actually the neat part about the way that Angel's mods work. So this works better when it's in an idle position and suddenly needs to pick up more. But I think we can conclude that this works. By the time I'm chatting away here, I have let's call it 400. Yep, it's 400, and it's just slowly going in. Let me see if there's anything here that's... I mean, all of these are all stuck, and that's great. So the only ones that are just working all the time are the last ones. Great. And then it's tempting just to bake more of them. But seriously, if in this case I'm working at a speed of 2.25, that's pretty much 2 seconds for build one of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 per second. It's not a lot, but it's not nothing either. And it should be starting to draw on materials from the bus. Okay, so what we have done now is we have... that's totally not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. So it's ready for the next lane up here. I might as well just take my what are they? Smaller electronics in, because I want to make sure that they are feeling welcome in this area. Did I just flip it around? Yes, I did. And this is why we need... Come on, just stop sucking. I suppose robots would be better at doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, they're definitely not worse. Okay, I think this is something I don't want to expose you to how bad I am at clicking straight. So I will just leave that for some off-camera work so I can sit there and curse. But what we have now is a pretty efficient electronic circuit board production that will easily be able to fill up this area where we'll be building the next thing off the ROBOBUS. Next thing we'll be building is actually the little mall that I want to build. I don't know exactly what I will. After that, we can start looking at red and green signs again. I want that over here, going upwards. And this might be the location for blue signs. I think maybe, we don't know, but where's the blue signs? There might be blue signs. We don't know. Yeah. Okay, so we are wrapping up. This is not idling yet, but you can see here we're already at 1.3, so it's going to be pretty fast. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you like this way, a new interesting way of working, and that you're interested to see how this follows in the next episode. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.